Hello. Again in the background, the ambient music, dark wave band is Aurora. Good band. I might get Nox Arcana one day and play that in the background. That'd be pretty awesome. Anyway, I had to read this book for Wittgenstein class, but we didn't have to read the whole book. We only had to read the Tractatus and PI version, but there's a crap ton in the back that's pretty good. And I just read the religion in Wittgenstein section, and it seems to really be an exemplar of what I call LARPing theism. I think a lot of paganism is LARPing theism, like a lot of it. LARPing polytheism in this case. And some of Christianity is even becoming LARPing theism. Before I get into LARPing theism, I'll get into Wittgenstein's view of religion. Wittgenstein saw facts and truth in different categories, and it just so happens that religion is in its own category of truth, its own world of life, whatever. So it has to follow. It follows its own standards for correctness and wrongness. And that just happens to not include scientific or empirical categories of truth. In other words, Wittgenstein says that religious belief doesn't or ought not say anything about the empirical facts of the world. Like, it's to the point where he says that someone can be a Christian and still believe that Jesus' resurrection didn't really happen, but simply believe that it happened. And that theism and Christianity is really more about like a way of life than about making empirical facts. And he says that there's something wrong with Christians who try to make empirical facts about the world based on Christianity, because he says that religion isn't at all about science and the empirical world. It's entirely about a lifestyle and stuff like that. And, now on to LARPing theism. What is LARPing theism? Well, you already know what theism is. What's LARPing? Whether or not you know what the word LARPing means will determine just how nerdy you are. If you are really nerdy or really, really geeky, you'll be familiar with the phrase live action role playing. That's what LARPing stands for. It's an acronym for live action role play. What is live action role play? Well, instead of playing the video game Skyrim, imagine you and your friends going out and dressing like Skyrim characters, or Lord of the Rings characters, or usually Dungeons and Dragons characters, like literally dressing all medieval and stuff, and then role playing a game like out in the forest, like dressed like elves and orcs and stuff, role playing and playing the game like almost as if it's really you. Another version of LARPing, which I've done at conventions, it's more like, imagine a theatrical play, except for there's no lines. Everybody's handed a role to play as, and the game master acts like the director of the play. Everyone plays the game. They play the play, using the word play in two different manners. But anyway, it's role playing. And the thing about role playing is everybody in it acts as if they're really orcs or dark elves. They role play as if these things are real, but they know factually, empirically, they're not really orcs, they're not really elves, they're not really, whatever. That's not the point, though. The point is that they're playing a game, and they've constructed it, and they're going to sort of live it out for this period of time. And it's still possible to be wrong in the game, because the game has internal structure. It has internal rules. So even though it has nothing to do with empirical facts, you can still be wrong, because religion too has, as Wittgenstein points out, has internal rules and structures. So there is ways to judge things as right or wrong within religion, but only based on that religion's internal rules and setup. So yeah, that goes on. So this is the LARPing theism, and I've told you what LARPing is. Now, what does LARPing theism look like? We go with the pagan one, which happens a lot. Which, by the way, where we're at it, oh crap. My wall is, I dropped something behind the counter. It's gonna be a pain. But I do have pagan stuff in my room. And I don't actually believe that there's a Thor out there. I just think it's cool. You know? So that's kind of what LARP. So that not a whole lot of people are LARPing theists when it comes to paganism, though. So I'll go into the more well-known LARPing theism. LARPing Christianity. Have you ever come across a Christian who said that they didn't actually, that the Christianity should just stop talking about science and empirical world and should just be a belief? You know, like I believe in God and the resurrection, Judgment Day, but I'm not making any empirical scientific claims. I'm spiritual, but not religious. And my worry is that at that point, what you're doing with your religion is you're just playing a game. It's just that you're playing a game 24/7. You're LARPing 24/7. So really, what are you really doing? You know. So you follow the moral rules in your game because it's a game. You're playing a game. I almost feel like if you're going to be like that, then when you follow the rules of your religion, you're not really following the rules of your religion. You're LARPing a game called Christianity, and you're just playing by the game's rules. I mean, you're not treating your morality that you're following or anything you're doing as anything empirical or rationally true. It's rather, you simply have the belief in the Christianity, and you act based on that belief, all while saying that you do not claim any empirical or rational reasons to do it, other than it's something that you choose to believe in, and it's a way of life that you choose to indulge in. Like at that point, you are just playing a game. Although I have a larger worry. That larger worry is, do humans need games like that? Is it? I guess in that case, it seems very explicit that they're just LARPing their whole life. But do people need some kind of games to play? Like, I guess this guy, Wittgenstein, talks about we need games to play language, because our language is separated into certain types of language games, like the philosophy language game, the mechanics language game. And the game is only set up, our language is entirely based on the rules that are artificially created in order to play the communication game. So in a way we need games to live. But I suppose another question is it helpful or harmful to live your life based on a LARPing game? And that I'm just not sure of yet. So that's what I'll leave for the comment sections. Is it harmful or helpful to LARP your life like the LARPing theist? And do we need to LARP our life out like that, in whole or in part or none at all? I might make a second part answering these questions, but for now I'd like it for you all to make comments and video responses. That's all. Bye.